Yes, we're going to click it there. And then there's always this weird period right at the start of the stream where it's like loading, and I'm pretty sure it's already recording, but this is where the lag comes from, I think. What was that? Something just fell. I think it was my my pen, which is around here somewhere now. Oh boy, now it rolled away. Hello, good morning everyone. This is KN and I'm here with Vinnie this morning. He's the voice actor for Shadow, and I've got some secret art going on. I have a little explanation over here on the right. So I can't show you what I'm drawing because that would spoil stuff from Ask a Sonic Heroes episode 15, which is coming up very soon. Really quick, say hello, Vinnie.
Hello, Vinnie.
Hi, Vinnie. By the way, Vinnie, do you have the chat pulled up so you can see like what the questions are?
Well, I sure do.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna say a quick round of hellos to people who came into this stream right away. That's a good morning to Laura Parnham, Nicole Sholog, Pokanick997, Audrius Barowskis, Jamalet Rose, Shadtwy Lover 01, Roxas the Hedgehog, Dominic Sly, I can't read today, I'm sorry, Mephilis 2099, Zeo Sorcerer, Jason K, Alfina Wolf, Diogo Figueredo, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, who says, I have been watching you for so long. Thank you, I'm glad to hear that. We've also got Scott Conlon here this morning and Alexina Nelson. I really can't say anything, I can't even say Alexina. Vinyl Strawberry, Aylin, Lovely Laura, LPS Eve, Musical Girl 4500, Elisa Blaylock, Little Charmander. I'm just gonna do a couple more because I've got to get started. That's Super Shadow 623 2001, Janaea Jones, Bluesy Kit 87, and I'll do 5 more. That's Shadow, the True Hedgehog, Tyria Franks, Simply Silver, Sacred Shadow, and Chavez Salisbury. Hello, good morning, everybody. Once again, I'm working on some fancy secret artwork for the next episode of Ask the Sonic Heroes, which is coming out in...
Super secret.
Oh, very secret. And that's coming out in like 4 days, but I also got called in to work some extra shifts before that, so I don't have a lot of time to do the artwork, but it's like the last thing for the episode that needs to be done before it's going to be ready on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to be drawing during the stream, and Vinny's here to help with answering some questions from you guys. While I draw, also I need to find out what happened to my pen, because it rolled off my desk like as soon as the stream started, and I have no idea where it is now.
On Hero 101 says, "Hey, you better not sing this time."
I found the pen, it was in my lap. And yes, Vinny, no singing. Oh my
Try
goodness.
not
to. By the way, I hope we sound okay, because I've got like a weird setup here compared to usual, because I need to stream from my laptop instead of my desktop, where everything's all set up to where I know how it all works, because someone else set it up for me. And the laptop's the one where I don't know what's going on, so here we are. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing some pictures again.
Great.
Yeah. What the heck is this?
All right.
Really quick, by the way, Vinny, you have full reign to, like, grab a question and answer it, but, sorry?
To do questions and whatnot, you mean?
Yes, you can ask whatever you like. I can't even look at the screen because it's a different computer, but really quick, Professor Cat Pro said, hey, do you have a Patreon that could help you get a new laptop? Well, I don't have a Patreon, but a lot of people have been suggesting that I get one, so I might consider it if enough people are interested. But the laptop itself is fine. Like, it's actually, I invested in this thing fairly recently, so this one's not exploding right now. The one that was exploding that I mentioned on the Tumblr was my desktop. But this laptop's actually fine. I just don't know how to use my recording program for the live streams very well, so I'm just kind of trying to figure stuff out for myself over here.
Take
it away, Vinny.
Alrighty, give me just 1 second. I'm sorry. I had a buddy message me something.
That's okay. Pikachu Girl asked, "Are you going to do an Amy versus Elise someday?" I'm not really sure what that would entail. I don't imagine that I would. I mean, I did like a cameo appearance for Princess Elise in the Silver's Never-Ending Story, if you happened to find it, and I'm relatively sympathetic to that character. I don't dislike her or anything, and also I guess in Ask the Sonic Heroes, Amy's response about Elise was she was disgruntled about the kiss, but I don't know if she dislikes Elise like personally, so I'm not sure what I would have them verse about exactly. Rosalina asked, "Are you going to make Amy versus Sally?" I don't think I don't.
Battle episodes. Everyone's wanting the fights to come out.
They want some lady brawls. I don't really plan on that one either. I really don't know what I would do about like having characters verse each other, because like it doesn't help either that I also like Sally, so I don't know that there are that many characters in the franchise that I like. Well, maybe I don't know if that implies that I'm supposed to dislike these people or not. It's just I don't know how I would verse them or even what format that would take. You good, Vinnie?
Yeah, I'm good now. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Let's see here. Golden Marcus is asking, do you like FNAF? Five Nights at Freddy's. Have you played that Sonic song?
I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard a creepypasta about it before I even knew it was like a game or anything, but I've never played it before, so I wouldn't be able to say really how I liked it. But I know it's pretty popular because that was like the big thing everyone was talking about when I was first coming back to YouTube. I was like, what in the world is this? But I recognized it because I'd heard a creepypasta about it before, which was a pretty well produced story. So like my only familiarity with the gamer characters is basically just that story I heard. How about you?
I haven't played the games. I just know it's a spooky series. That's about all I know about it.
Spooky series.
Spooky series. Jason366 Guerrero says, "Hey, SonicSong182, have you known about the Lego Batman movie is playing today? Hope you think the movie was funny when you see the movie."
I knew it was coming out soon. I'm not sure that I can afford to go see it. I get to go watch films pretty sparingly, actually. They are so expensive these days. But I thought from the trailers it looked like fun, and I know Batman's always like Lego Batman's always a source of good humor in that series. I saw like the Lego movie, and that's kind of that's as much as I've seen of the Lego films, really. How about you, Vinnie?
I went and saw it last night, and I am obsessed with Batman, which I've mentioned before on these streams. So the whole movie, I was smiling. It's a really fun movie for anybody, but especially if you're like a DC Comics and Warner Brothers fan. There's like a ton of Easter eggs in there. Like the whole time, I just had a huge smile on my face. It was a really fun movie.
Very nice.
Sacred Shadow is asking what my favorite Ask the Sonic Heroes episode is. It's so hard to choose between my babies. That's a good question. I would probably have to say probably that first Lucky 7 episode where Sonic, Shadow, and I guess that wasn't our first time getting together, but maybe it was. Was Sonic, Shadow, and Silver was Lucky 7 the first time we got Sonic, Shadow, and Silver together, or did we have one before that with those three?
You would think I would know this as the series creator, but I'm not sure that we got the boys together before that part. I think like the reason why it was a 3-part episode was
extended episode,
yeah, and now like the 3-parters are like the norm.
yeah.
Which, by the way, makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, I think that one. I think that one's probably my favorite, just because it spawned a lot of great jokes, and it was fun. I loved recording with Plattie and with Psycho Rex. It was a good time.
Good old days. Boy, the editing for back in the day was atrocious. One thing that makes it like the episodes are additionally harder to make now because I just know more, I guess. Like I don't know if anybody else would notice, but like the audio editing for like the Valentine's Day special that I'm working on right now was so hard to do the audio editing because I could hear all the little like times when we paused just a little too long. And back like, especially back when we first started, I didn't pay attention to those things and I didn't hear them as much. But because I didn't edit things like that, like the pacing in the first few episodes was so slow. Oh my god! Because there's like long periods of time where we're just like, ha ha ha, and then we don't say anything for like 3 seconds in the first episodes. And also I remember that's why I remember why I ended up deciding there needed to be 2 hosts because Rouge hosting Team Rose by herself was difficult. Because the team itself is so well behaved. They're just like, here's our answer, hooray! And she's just like, okay.
Great.
Like that team is very amiable and friendly and nice, and so there wasn't a lot for them to bounce off of things. And I wasn't that good of a host at the beginning. I was just the host by default, and so I was just like, haha, that's great, and then I would just not say anything for a second.
That's like Shadow whenever he hosts. He's always just like, "Do you like tacos?" And then they answer, and he's like, "I don't care about your answer, but great."
Hooray! Shadow's a lovely host.
He's such a sweetheart. Jason K says, "Vinnie, notice me, senpai. You have been noticed."
Yay!
And also, everyone's asking me about the Chaos Control voice crack. I do remember that. And that was actually Plattie, I think, that recorded that.
Yeah, it wasn't even... The voice of Baby Shadow was actually PlatinumSpeed. Meanwhile, there's just you in the background going, "There's no funny!" Poor Shadow.
Man, I found a question I wanted to ask, and now I lost it.
Aww.
That's okay. I'm sure it will return.
That happens a lot because of the way the chat is formatted. Like it'll like things just kind of whisk by real fast, but I'm sure it'll come back again.
All right, here's an interesting question that I'm not sure what this means. Hey, Vinnie /Shadow. This is from Diogo Big. Oh, I'm sorry, I might butcher your last name. Biguerieto. Hey, Vinnie /Shadow. How do you feel about tap dancing crabs?
What?
Well, you know, I don't know if this is like an established thing or if the crab population of the world has just decided that they're going to all go out and tap dance. But you know, if they're great at it, then good on them. If they're not so great at it, all they need to do is practice, and they'll get there someday.
Aw, yeah. Very inspirational. I like I think crabs are fun. They're cute and they have claws. They can exact violence upon their enemies, but usually they're just walking sideways, minding their own business.
Classic.
Okay, where am I? Oof,
Jason366 Guerrero is asking, next Friday, will you be coloring another character, Cam?
I should be back to regular character work by Friday. I just need to do the character art for the episode that's coming out in like 4 days. 4 days might sound like a lot, but it's pretty tight timing actually. Especially because I've got more work shifts than I usually have at the moment that came up like yesterday. It's like, hey, can you come into work on this day? And also, you have another meeting on Friday that you usually don't have. I'm like, oh, okay. I got all the time in the world. But yes, I should be coloring something again next week.
Excellent. Shadow the True Hedgehog just asked me, do I like the Shadow the Hedgehog game? I can't say that I love it. Every Sonic game has its purpose, though. It paves the way for better Sonic games in the future. And I think Shadow the Hedgehog was a good stepping stone. There are rumors that Sonic Adventure 2 initially was going to use the kind of choose your own adventure style that Shadow the Hedgehog ended up using. And, I think that's kind of neat that they found a way to implement that with Shadow's character. The cursing was a little unnecessary. The guns were very unnecessary.
Yeah, what were they? You know what? That's the first thing that I saw of the modern Sonic franchise because I didn't have the right game systems. I hadn't been able to keep up with the series at all after the point where I was like 10 years old. And so at some point, like late middle school, I just like look up and this Shadow the Hedgehog thing is coming out. It's clearly a Sonic game. Sonic's in it. And I hadn't seen anything in the middle, so I didn't know like that Shadow was in like Sonic Heroes or that there'd been like the Sonic Adventure games because I never was able to have the Dreamcast as a kid. And like that's the first thing I saw, just this not Sonic guy just on a motorcycle like shooting guns and swearing. I'm like, what is this? What happened to Sonic?
I think one of my favorite parts of Shadow the Hedgehog was one of the trailers for it. It was literally like a movie trailer. Yeah. And it was just like, he's fast and more dangerous than ever before. It's so funny. I think if you typed in Shadow the Hedgehog trailer, it'd probably be the first thing that came up. But it was amazing. I don't know. It felt like I was watching a movie trailer. It's great.
Good heavens.
Super Shadow 6232001 asks, what's your favorite childhood show?
I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, of course, one that I was very fond of when I was actually a child was The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I couldn't wake up early enough to see the Sat AM one. And my brother he rubbed that in my face. He's like, I woke up early enough to see the big kid Sonic show. I'm like, you jerk. Someday I'll wake up. And he's like, no, you won't. It's at like 7 in the morning and you're a baby. he antagonized me about it a little bit, but not that much. I actually always got along really well with my brother. But what I meant was I wasn't up early enough to see the Sat AM one because if I was, I would have loved that too. I loved the Power Rangers when I was a little kid. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was like the 80s, 90s one that was like super goofy with like April in the yellow jumpsuit. It was that series. I know there were more, but when I was like a kid, like a young kid, from what I remember, those were my favorite ones. Oh yeah, and I was a big fan of Tiny Toons Adventures also.
Oh
yeah. How about you, Vinnie?
Let's see. Probably go with Hey Arnold. That's probably my favorite.
I might have said Hey Arnold, except I was a little older. Like Hey Arnold, like I wasn't that old, but like it was a bit older than like wee tiny KN. But I loved that show. That was a good show.
Yeah. It had a lot of great lessons in there. And I don't know, I still think about that show like all the time. I always like compare situations to it. that's where the name of my dog is coming from. I don't have my dog yet, but I planned on naming him Dino Spumoni after a side character from Hey Arnold.
Yes.
Since I was like 8 years old. So
oh my gosh.
Pretty excited for that.
That's also a really good. That's a really good dog name, also. Dino Spumoni.
Yeah.
Let's see. What am I doing?
Let's see here. How were the Pizza Hearts that you and Plattie made? Were they good? That is asked by Aeon Hero 101.
Yes, they were good. Like, you can't go too wrong with them, except I am, amazingly, for someone who does a cooking show, I cannot cook very well, and I should have rolled them out thinner to be like actual pizzas, because what I did was, like, just about all of the ones that I made were very thick, even though it was supposed to be a thin crust pizza crust that I had bought. But I didn't roll it out enough so that it was thick. Mine ended up being, like, they still tasted good. It was a tasty dinner that I actually made for my grandparents, but they were more like Valentine's Pizza Heart biscuits. They were they were really more like biscuits than like pizza compared to what I intended, but I've got like, I should have known that, like, think more like cookies. You always have flat cookies and then they like get all big after, they get thicker and stuff. I didn't think of that, but they were good. It's hard to go wrong with that. It was decent crust. And then it's just like a bunch of tasty pizza stuff. So it's just, it's got the tomato sauce and the olives and the pepperonis on it and cheese everywhere. It was fun to make too. I think that one's a pretty easy recipe for people to try themselves. Like, the only thing that I would have changed from the way that I did it was roll it out thinner. And if you have a cookie cutter, I do think that you can make more, obviously you can make more consistent heart shapes, but I think it's fine to cut out your own and then just sort of see what kind of sort of lumpy hearts you come up with afterwards. But yeah, it was good, and I had a lot of fun with that recipe. I would like to make more cooking things. I'm looking into it now. I might have some friends help me film with their fancy cameras instead of my little iPhone camera.
Fancy camera.
Yeah.
Yesterday was National Pizza Day. Did you have pizza?
No. I had a bagel. Does that count? I had yesterday off, so I spent the entire day from like 6 in the morning until like it was 11 o'clock at night before I stopped editing. And I mean, like, I did nothing else.
Goodness.
I just edited the entire day. By the time I was starting to get like exhausted, I just packed up my laptop and went to the coffee shop and sat there and edited for more. It's like, I'm so tired. So just change locations. It'll be okay. But no pizza.
I went to a place that served pizza. Like, they have like an entire like pizza menu, and then I just got like a giant burger instead.
Nice. I think Plattie went to Disneyland for a little bit yesterday. There's pizza there.
I saw a picture. Yeah. I'm jealous. I want to go to Disneyland again.
I am too. I like it. It's been a while since I've been, but it's so expensive.
It is very expensive, but it is fun to go.
Yes, it
was kind of funny because I was like, if I just paid like $300 more, I could just come here every day if I wanted to.
Yeah, I know.
But like, like the difference between a 4-day pass and just a forever pass is not as much as you would expect it to be.
Yeah, you would think so. And I think about that all the time too, and I'm just like, I can't even afford to go like a day, and like if I was going to, might as well just get the pass so you could go a lot. Because it doesn't cost that much more, but that's $300 I need to pay student loans.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I live on the street now, but I can go to Disneyland for the day.
Hello there, Sonic Paradox. They're saying Gotta get a pretzel pizza. Good stuff. Smiley face emoji. Pretzel pizza is actually pretty darn good.
I've had.
And now I really am craving it.
Oh gosh. I don't know that I will ever actually crave a pretzel pizza because the first time I had one, I made some very unwise decisions about what to eat with it. Like my friend and I were like, yeah, let's get pretzels. Yeah, let's get mocha frappuccinos with the pretzels. Oh, hey, let's get pizza pretzels. That was a horrible combination. It was mocha frappuccinos and a pretzel pizza. Both things can be very delicious by themselves, but when you're like eating it like at the same time, like my friend and I just like looked at each other like this can never happen again.
Awful. I can't. No, I can't imagine tasting those two things together.
I can't say it because it's the thing that I'm drawing is a secret. But like Vinnie, I had to stop myself from making a comment on the thing that I'm drawing is really funny. This is the worst thing I've ever drawn. What is
they must be surprised.
What is my life? Oh my god!
Ouija Prower is asking, is Eggman part egg?
You know, he might be.
In some continuities, he is he's eating an egg when he becomes Eggman.
Oh my gosh. That's like, it sounds like it's a superhero power. It's like spinach for Popeye.
I think it's in the Fleetway series that this happens.
Oh my goodness.
Sonic's like a regular hedgehog. He's like running on a treadmill. And Robotnik, he's Kintobor at this point. He's like, oh, Sonic, you're real fast. I can't believe how fast you are. You're going so quick. And he's like, I could be faster, though. And Kintobor's like, why don't you get me a deviled egg from the fridge? So Sonic gets a deviled egg. And he's like, all right, go ahead and run on that treadmill some more. And then something explodes. And so it like turns, I think what happens is Sonic goes too fast on the treadmill and he turns himself blue, but he also like caused like a wave of energy to hit Kintobor. He like meshed with the egg and became Robotnik.
What?
It's ridiculous, but it was 1991 and that was what was going on.
Oh, the 90s. I like that origin story though. It's got character.
Exactly. It's pretty silly.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what am I doing here? Wow, why am I drawing this?
Jessica the Raccoon is asking me, who do I think would win the fight, Batman or Silver? Batman, 100%.
Poor Silver.
I think Silver would be fangirling too hard to even really do anything. I think he'd be like, wow!
He just gets beaten up. Thank you very much, Batman, for this opportunity.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Batman's like, you're going to Arkham. Throws him in the Batmobile.
If he punched you in the face, you would have an overwhelming need to thank him.
Thanks for not breaking my arms. Alrighty, let's see here. Lots of shipping questions here.
Oh my.
Susie Kirby is asking, is there any Sonic stages you've played that makes you feel frustrated or irritated to reach the goal? A lot of them. I think the one that's first coming to mind is Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1. The quote-unquote boss in Act 3 it still gives me nightmares. It's bad.
Oh gosh.
How about you, Kat?
It's been a little while since the last time I got to play it. I haven't played anything in a while. I realized lately that I still don't have the last Chaos Emerald on Sonic Advance 3, and I was like, what? I stopped with one more to go? That's horrible! So I was trying to get, like, back on that one, but I wish that it had been more recently, because then I could have talked about stages from there, because I know some of those were really tough, but, like, I guess the first thing that was coming to mind was the special stage from Sonic Advance 3. I hear that the earlier Sonic Advance games had it even worse, like, hard, but oh my gosh, that last one is so hard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that one can get kind of frustrating, especially because like if you know, obviously when I finally get it, I'm gonna be all proud of myself for having to work that hard. But I was like, oh gosh, it's so terrible because I'll finally. It's very rare that I get on a roll to where I'm like, oh, I'm finally doing good, and then I'll just start getting destroyed. Like no.
I played through the Sonic Advance games. I borrowed them all from somebody when I was a lot younger, but I never got the emeralds in them. So I've never had like the good ending in any of those games.
Oh. Well, I'm awfully close to getting the like finished ending in Advance 3. It's the only one that I own. So I don't have the other ones, but I really enjoyed it because like the one thing that like something I remember I wanted so bad back when like in the 90s when I'm playing the games is I wanted to be able to play as Knuckles and have a partner character, like how you could be Sonic and have Tails with you. So like that you could two-player it, and while Sonic Advance 3 you can't two-player, I can be Knuckles with Tails as my partner. I wanted to be able to do that so bad when I was a kid, and so I thought that was a lot of fun. The character combos are great. Like, and it's neat how they like change their abilities when they switch around. I don't really like how Amy like ruins everyone else's abilities. She is like difficult to have as a partner for like everyone, but I think like I kind of forget like you need to play as Amy, but with Sonic as her partner for her to be like as capable as she ought to be. The problem is she doesn't have like a spin ball in any of the other combinations, or she jumps in a way where if you like land on bad guys, you get hurt. It's like weird. I'm like, Amy, why are you like this?
Let's see here. JGirl /J Hart asked, "What do you two like to do on your time off if you have off time?"
Off time. That sounds like a glorious fable.
I mean, I'm working on a bat suit right now. I guess that's what I'm doing with my free time currently. I'm building a bat suit. But aside from that, I'm normally either working on a video or another art project of that kind.
Well, at the moment I've been doing Sonic Song stuff again, but I'm trying to like make it like, I've got like scheduled times when I'm supposed to be working on it so that I can fit it in and still be able to make videos, but the problem is like this current project is really, really huge. And also we had some technical difficulties at the beginning that resulted in it took a while to actually get it started, so like basically all of my spare time has gone to working on the episode for Ask the Sonic Heroes to an exhausting extent. But I almost got it now. I'm close, but I need to do the special artwork, which does take some time, which is why I'm working on that now instead of doing a drawing for today. But when I'm not so bogged down, I think what I usually do with my spare time is I write with friends. I'm collaborating on stories with a few friends of mine. Like I've got like a few going. Like one of those that I had mentioned like in a much earlier stream is there's like this Pokemon story I'm writing with my friends, and that's lots of fun. But yes, I think when in my spare time I write. I train in martial arts. I go for walks a lot. Like I walk to the coffee shop with a friend and I sit in there and play Pokemon for like 2 hours. I guess that's what I do. Primarily if I'm not working on a project or like at work or training or something, you can usually find me writing or planning, like doing the planning work for a writing project.
Very nice. It's good to have that creative mind always flowing.
Yeah, it's good. I rarely suffer from like writer's block on anything. I've got lots of ideas, like more than I have time for. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Happy birthday to Fuzzy Fuzz. They were saying, "Can I get a happy birthday?" Yes, you can. You can get 2 happy birthdays.
Yay!
Fuzzy Fuzz, happy birthday again.
Happy birthday, Fuzzy Fuzz.
Trip K is saying, "Vinny, ever heard of Skype?" No, I haven't. What is that?
We used to record Ask the Sonic Heroes episodes while we were together on Skype. We switched to using Discord because it has a few less problems, but we barely know how to use it right now. Like every time we're getting on that thing, like we're always like, "Where's Vinny?" And he's like, "I don't know." We've done better lately, but the last the first few times we used it, we didn't know what we were doing.
Jason K is asking, "What are the chances that I could beat Silver in a fight?" Very high. I think I would do well against. Well, I mean, probably. I don't know. He's got ESP, so that might be a little scary. But
you mean like you personally?
I feel like I know his character well enough to be able to distract him or like confuse him. So I could probably beat Silver in a fight.
Oh no, this poor guy.
It's hilarious thinking about myself fighting Silver rather than Shadow fighting Silver like I'm so used to. It's just literally me fighting Silver.
I think he would struggle with wanting to hurt like a person who clearly doesn't have any additional powers, like like Sonic, at least when he was like trying to like beat him up in 06. He was like, well, this guy's destroying the world, and he was clearly like an additionally powered being, and just walks up like just fighting Vinnie in the driveway. Like, what is he supposed to do with that?
I like to imagine it's happening like next to a dumpster.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a back alley. I don't know why it's happening, but we're fighting.
You're responsible for the destruction of my world. Prepare to be fought at. Wow, this is the worst thing I have ever drawn.
Professor Castro says, how many plushies do you have, and are there any you haven't shown yet or will not show?
Well, if you mean Sonic plushies, I think I've shown all the ones that I have. And I'm not sure exactly how many there are. There were a lot. There was like 15 or something. I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, I mentioned before that I only have one version of each character. Like, I have no intentions of replacing any of my custom-made plushes, like Silver and Blaze, with the new GE plushes. Those are just very nicely made, by the way. Like, that's really cool that they finally have their own, like, plushes, but I already have mine, and so I have no plans of replacing them. So I have, like, one plush per character. I think it's about, like, 15 of them, probably. Vector, Charmy, and Espio actually live at, like, those plushes live at my sister's place, so I do not have access to them to use whenever I want, unfortunately. Maybe sometime, like, we can, like, send them to me or something, but, like, they're not currently with me. The other ones have, like, a shelf in, my closet, where I just have them kind of sitting sort of displayed, but there's not quite enough room for them. There's too many and the shelf is too small. But I estimate about like 15, and all the ones that I have been featured on the show already.
Let's see here. Oh no, I lost the question. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Sacred Shadow is asking, who is your least favorite character? I'm assuming they mean Sonic character. I guess I would go with probably Jet. I don't really like the Babylon Rogue that much. mainly because I'm so bad at the Sonic Riders games, I just blame it on the games being bad. I'm just like, nope, I can't play them. Get out of here.
Oh gosh.
What about you, Can?
It's hard to say because I'm fairly fond of like just about everything, and usually like a character I don't like as much, like either it's a side character or I just don't know the character very well. Because like, you know, there's lots of new games I haven't played, so I don't know characters very well, like Orbot and Cubot. Like I don't really know them very well. Like so, and then like there's the evil guys from like Sonic Lost World. I don't know who they are. So there's like lots of newer characters that I don't even know, so I can't really like list those. It's hard to say. I mean, as a kid, I really hated Snively.
Same, actually.
Like, I'm pretty sure Snively was not made to be liked by anyone. Because at least, like, Dr. Robotnik / Eggman had, like, charisma. Snively was just, like, he was just lame.
Hello, Dr. Robotnik. He was always really whiny. I didn't like it.
I mean, I think he got occasionally. Oh my gosh, what have I done? I'm sorry, I ruined my picture. I need to control Z on that pretty fast. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I guess like that's the first one that comes to mind. Really, like in terms of like the current game franchise, I think someone would need to like list me off some names, and I'd be like, oh, he's cool, she's cool, that guy's terrible. But like off the top of my head, it's hard to think of them. Like I don't know, Elise's dad from Sonic 06 was pretty boring. But these are like all like super minor.
I have a great idea. I'm gonna seal a demon inside of my daughter. If she cries, game over.
Yeah, this is a fantastic idea. This will not threaten the country at all.
My 5-year-old daughter would never cry.
Oh,
especially if I died, she'd be fine.
Oh my goodness. Like for the, I feel like I should be giving an answer for like an act. Oh my gosh, this is the most ridiculous picture ever. Anyway, I feel like I'm supposed to be like saying somebody who's like a main character or something, but I like all the characters like pretty well, so it's hard to say. I'm just gonna go with Snively and Elise's dad. How's that?
That works.
Yay! One thing I think that helped, I guess, in terms of me liking characters more than I probably would have is that I've been directing this SonicSong182 series for so long. Like, I didn't like Jet, Wave, and Storm at all when I first saw them in the games. I was like, those guys are lame. You know, designs are kind of cool, but they're birds without wings. They're mean. And then, but like because I've like Jet, I associate him with cutback drop turn, so I'm like, of course I like Jet. Because cutback drop turn is such a sweetheart, and he's a friend of mine, and the way he played the character was lots of fun. So I just have all these good memories wrapped up in all these characters I might not have liked that much otherwise, and it's difficult for me to separate it.
That's very true. When I think about it as fellow castmates, it's like, oh, I do like Jet in our series. It's
funny. He would not like he was all that nice.
When I think about the game, I get sad and angry.
It didn't help, I guess, that I didn't really play the new games. Like I played like the multiplayer mode in Sonic Riders, but I was really bad at that game. The only level I can play at all is like on multiplayer mode, like the final level on Zero Gravity. I really enjoy that level, and part of it's because it's so long before you beat it that there's time for me to actually catch up. Like, Ames and I played that level once for a full, like, 45 minutes. And we were like, oh my gosh, we can't beat this guy. It was all up to her, though. Like, I couldn't catch up. I was terrible.
Let's see here. Universe of Cascade Blaze! Exclamation mark is asking, what is the first Sonic game you played in your whole life?
I feel like it's hard for me to remember whether or not I played Sonic 1 before I played Sonic 2. Like, I feel like part of me feels like I must have because we had Sonic 1 first. It's just it was a really hard game and I was like 4 or something. And like the one that so I don't have a memory of playing that one, but I think it was Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. Like that's the one I remember playing first, because I could be Tails and tag along in the background. And it didn't matter if I wasn't very good at playing a game when I was 4. Like I could, I was all right, being Tails occasionally. It was better though in like Sonic 3 when you could actually be helpful as Tails instead of running around in the background. But oh well, that's the first one I remember. Sonic 2.
I think Sonic 2 was my first Sonic game also. One of my neighbors had it. I grew up a Nintendo kid, and one of my neighbors had a Genesis, and I would always go over to his house and play his Genesis. But yeah, Sonic 2, and then we played through Sonic 3 once when I was over there also. And I remember getting to the final boss and just being scared.
Oh gosh.
And then I don't think we ever beat it, but
oh no.
I mean, I've beaten it many times now. But,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that was it. The first one that I owned was probably Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube.
Was that one out on GameCube and the Dreamcast?
Yeah, it was on Dreamcast first, and then Dreamcast died, and I think like 9 months later it was ported to the GameCube.
Oh, okay. Like I missed that entire like era when Sonic went to 3D. Like the only 3D game I had played back when it came out was Sonic like 3D Blast on the Genesis. Like, and I didn't really play like my like after I moved away to go to community college, like my sister she started getting the games, and so she played a lot of them, and so I'd like hear about it, but I didn't like I did not buy and play a game for like a really really long time. I think the first one that I purchased and then played again that wasn't like a classic, like an older game like Sonic Advance 3 was like Sonic Colors. It was like I think I got the Rush games late, but they were on like the DS, but I didn't get those when they came out. Like since the Genesis days, the first Sonic game that I got around the time when it was new was Sonic Colors, and that will I think that'll say something about how long it was before I actually got to play the games. Like fan throughout, but I just didn't have access to like those kinds of things, so I didn't get the chance. Like my continued playing of Sonic games was in multiplayer modes when I'd go home to visit my sister. What have I done? Okay, nope, it's all good. I saved it.
51 Napa is saying that they linked Shadow the Hedgehog to Don Vito Corleone from The Godfather. Have you seen The Godfather movies, Dan?
Shockingly, no.
I think it's a funny parallel. I guess I can see it. I'm just imagining Shadow just being a bad Marlon Brando impression now.
Oh gosh.
Come here, I'm wearing this. I can't do Marlon Brando. Also, what's your favorite boss that Eggman built?
Complete silence as I try to think.
Yeah, just like.
I would probably, again, I'd probably have done better if I had like a list to look at where I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that one. That one was cool. But it's hard to say. Like right now, the only one I can think of really is oh gosh, this is terrible, but I think it was from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. There was like a boss where like I think you were literally, it's near the end when you're fighting Eggman and he does this like thing where like his Eggman robot grabs the bridge you're on and you have to like beat up the fingers and stuff. Like I don't know what it was called, but it was that. I think that battle I thought was pretty fun because like when he would reach down and grab the thing, you would like jump and spin dash all over his hands and you'd like explode like the fingers.
Are you're talking like the final boss Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, like I think it was that
the first
one.
form of it.
Yeah, you're like out there in space and you've got like this thing trying to grab you. Like I think that was a fun boss after I figured out like how to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
It just got like an epic feel to it. But I don't know that one counts as like it's a boss battle that, it is a robot that he built though, so I think it counts.
Yeah, he built that. I think that totally counts.
If I can only pick a robot though, I would be like, I like crab meat from the first game. The metal crab.
Half dancing crab meat.
Yes.
Would be. Gene and Cook actually just said the one I was going to say. Egg Dragoon from Sonic Unleashed. I don't know why I like that one so much, but I really like when I played through the game. I think I beat that game in like a day and a half or so when it came out. But I remember getting to that boss fight and thinking it was so cool, and I liked the design of it. And also it was fun to be the werehog and just like punch it. I thought that was hilarious. I hadn't really gotten the chance to just punch an Eggman boss before, so that was hilarious.
Nice.
You also like when you beat him, you just like pick him up, like you take the egg pod like out of the machine and you just throw him. That was great.
Wow, what am I drawing?
Golden Marcus is asking us, do you like the CW Flash? And also, do we like Doctor Who? I do enjoy the CW Flash. The CW shows, the CW DC shows have their flaws, but the Flash is the one, actually, I think it's the only one I watch at this point. I gave up on Arrow a long time ago. It kept making me mad. But the Flash is fun. I'm behind because I think they came back and I forgot to watch, so I'm probably a couple episodes behind. But it's a fun show. I don't watch much Doctor Who. When my friends ask me to watch it, I'll watch it. But there's a lot of fun characters in Doctor Who as well. What about you, Ken?
I never saw The Flash, and I never saw Doctor Who. So I don't watch either of them to give a good review on that. Like I saw like an episode of Doctor Who once, and it was one where like he was it had Van Gogh in it. It was something to do with Van Gogh. Yep, that
sounds like Doctor Who.
Yeah, and he had like a redheaded assistant who was really cute.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember. This image is overlaying in a way that looks really awkward. It looks like
Plattie does a great David Tennant impression. David Tennant was the 10th Doctor in Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, I think I remember when she did that somewhere. I don't remember if it was when we were all just talking or if it was on a stream, but I think it was when we were just chatting at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wow, this is this is quite an image.
Diogo wow, I still can't pronounce your name, I'm so sorry. Figueredo is saying, please tell me your opinion on Sprite with a lot of exclamation marks. Sprite is a lemon lime based soft drink that I drink when my tummy hurts. That's my opinion on it.
Oh, good. My favorite soda beverage is Dr. Pepper, but my second favorite is Sprite. So I like Sprite. These days I'm more on Team Dr. Pepper, I guess. But
I mix Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola a lot. I think that's a good mix.
Huh, interesting. Oh my goodness, what is this? Yeah, this is starting to come along now.
Adonai, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing things. Adonai Malamba is asking us, do we hate Sonic CD because it's evil? No, actually, Sonic CD is probably one of my favorite Sonic games. If not, it might actually be my favorite. I can't tell. It changes every day, but it's a great game. It's not evil. Fantastic. Did you play Sonic CD, Sonic Sun?
Nope. That's another one that I missed entirely.
It's pretty good. I think you can probably get that on your phone still for like $1 or something.
Oh
it's a great investment.
Yeah, the when the Sonic Heroes game came out, like I saw that like okay, so the first game that like I saw Shadow the Hedgehog in his commercial like first. That was the first like this is modern Sonic guys that I had seen, and also Sonic X, I think its first season was coming out at the time. But like I saw that stuff, but the first like gameplay that I watched, like Ames had gotten the Sonic Heroes game. That was interesting. I've talked about this before, but I didn't know who in the world any of those people were. I knew Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, and actually I knew Vector, Charmy, and Espio because I had read the comics, and I was like, "Where's Mighty?" But other than that, I didn't know who in the world these other people were. I didn't even know who Amy was, and so like, yeah, I missed the Sonic CD era. So that when Sonic Heroes came out, it's the first I ever saw of this girl that randomly has like a crush on Sonic, because I didn't even read that far into the comics where they had introduced her, except like, I think she was in there actually as the background, like she was mostly a background character and she didn't make many appearances, but she was still wearing like her, I guess the outfit she's got in Sonic CD.
Yeah, the classic Amy outfit.
Yeah, so I didn't recognize that was the same girl, and so it was interesting seeing what modern Sonic was by the time I was coming back into things. We can thank Ames for that, by the way, because she's the reason I got back into the series after having been detached from it for a long time.
It would have been confusing anyway because the United States manual for Sonic CD lists under like Amy Rose's character bio, it lists her as Sally Acorn. What? Because they were trying to tie it in. Even though she clearly looks nothing like her.
Yeah, that would have been very confusing, yes. I'm like, that's not Sally.
Yeah. Well, I'm eating a cookie.
That's okay. You can eat your cookie. I had a coffee, but I drank all of it already. This is really.
I want coffee. That sounds really good.
It's good stuff. Oh my goodness, this is getting really interesting. I don't know how to do the eye at this angle. No, that looks
terrible. Shadow the Hedgehog and Maria Robotnik is asking me what my thoughts are on Mountain Monsters show. I have no idea what that is. My thoughts on it are that it probably includes mountains and monsters in the show.
I've never heard of it either. Maybe it's a new show. Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm over here drawing and I can't say anything about it, but oh my gosh, I'm drawing okay, so I can't give away what I'm drawing. Like, this is plenty neutral. I'm trying to draw a character's eye, and like, it's supposed to be a rather displeased looking eye. And this is
exactly
like
what it is.
This is yeah, and I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is right here because this is horrifying and also it looks really funny to me. So just this drawing is really this is fabulous and terrible in every way. Okay, but carry on.
Yes.
Wow.
Everyone in the stream is saying "Rip to Mighty" because everyone's saying Mighty died, and I'm not sure why, but Mighty lives on in my brain.
Yeah, I think, he's just, he's off on his own adventures for the time being.
Sherry Harden says, "Rest in spaghetti, never forget you."
Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay.
I'm not kidding. Like, it's almost everybody in here is just like, yeah, Rip Mighty. My wife, Tiff K, Jason K.
Oh my goodness.
Poor Mighty. I thought he was just missing.
Mighty is missing. Yeah.
Like Mario's missing, but Mighty is missing.
Yes. What am I doing here? All right, I think. Oh my gosh. Vinnie, after the stream, no wait. I don't know if you want to be surprised or not, but like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever drawn. Maybe you should wait like a.
Send it to me.
Yeah, I was thinking like, you know what? I should at least
I want to see it.
I should at least like show the cast. This is like the worst thing I've ever drawn. Oh my gosh. I like just finished this one, and then I need to go on to the next one.
I'm gonna answer this question with a mouthful of cookie.
Yeah.
Zach Attack says, Vinnie, since I know Dan doesn't know much about the newer systems, have you seen the Nintendo Switch trailers, and what do you think of it? I'm really excited for the Switch. Sorry, like I said, I have a mouthful of cookies, so I'm gonna swallow this real quick. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I love Nintendo, and I'm excited to mess around with the new technology, and it's actually very impressive how much they put into this tiny little system. I don't know if I'll get it at launch, but I'll definitely get it to play the new Mario game on there because it looks like so much fun. So
I see the tap dancing crabs. I happened to look up at the screen for the first time since basically this is the first time I looked up since we started. And the first thing I see is Diogo Figueiredo and a bunch of crabs dancing around. Ooh, and oh gosh, I'm sorry, I just spilled stuff everywhere. That's okay. Whoa, the phone's upside down.
Caramel corn, I'm sorry that I made you hungry for cookies. I would share mine if you were here, because I literally baked 24 last night, and I'm like, why do I have this many cookies?
PlatinumSpeed. I think she's awake or around now, but we'll see.
Yeah, get her in here. I was so confused. I was like, wait, where's Plattie?
Yes,
I wasn't sure if she had to drop out last minute.
I wasn't quite sure either. But we'll see if we can get her in, because that would be nice. Then you can have someone to talk to also while I'm sitting here just drawing the worst drawing on the earth.
I can't believe you doing your job over there.
Okay, she said she needs to freshen up a bit, and then she can come in. So she'll let us know when she can come on.
Groovy.
Oh, wow.
Silver says, just had cookies. Now I want more. Why, Vinnie? Because I'm Batman.
It's the struggle. Save that one. Oh my gosh.
Crash B 2007 is asking, what is your favorite platformer series? You can't respond with Sonic or Mario. That's a toughie.
Sorry, I'm testing out.
For me, I think I would answer Banjo-Kazooie.
I think I would probably be fairly disappointing in this regard. I don't know of any other platformers. I am really a very limited gamer. I don't really, I don't even know that I've really got any other ones, that aren't Sonic or Mario, because they were the games that were simple enough for me to play, and I've only, had a DS for all of my, adult years. I don't even know what counts. I think most of what I do play that isn't Sonic and Mario stuff, they're RPGs and stuff, and that's not a platformer, so I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to, I really liked all the platformers for the Sega Genesis back in the day, like the Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster's Adventure from, on the Sega Genesis was, one of my favorites. It was super cool. It was a long game, and there were just a lot of great levels, great game mechanics. It was really fun. And there was also, this is a side-scroller, originally from an arcade, also on the Sega Genesis. It was called Chicky Chicky Boys, and that was a really fun game, too.
Chicky Chicky Boys.
Yeah, it was just some like quirky little game where it was like there were these two boys, like they were twins, and their world was destroyed by this jerk, and so like you pick one of the two brothers and you go on like this adventure, like swinging your sword and casting spells and stuff. But it's like a side scroller where everything's like all the bad guys are like they're all cute, kind of. They all look kind of cute because they're like they have these big eyes and they're still trying to kill you. And there's like a bunch of the bad guys are a bunch of like walking beans. Like, I'm getting my butt kicked by a bunch of beans. Oh my goodness. That one, if it's it's spelled like this. I'm gonna put like that in here. It's cheeky cheeky boys, like that. I don't even know if that's like a particular like word or something. But I would say that those were my favorite platformers, but I haven't played any new ones, so I don't know what to say otherwise. Ooh, that was a fantastic picture. Now I get to move on to the next one. Unfortunately, I think my checklist is on my regular computer, is on my laptop. Let me see if I have the checklist here, so I don't have to remember from memory. Projects. Pre-production. No, that's not right. I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're totally fine. I'm looking for questions.
Human Bonnie the Bunny / Brian Harmon asked, "What did I miss?"
Everything. As you can see, it's been we've been watching this beautiful blank screen and the chat. But you've got to listen to Kay and Mai's fun voices. We've just been answering little questions. I ate some cookies.
That was great.
Let's see.
I dropped my pen at the very beginning of the chat, and
yep,
I was like,
Kay dropped her pen, but she found it.
Yeah, I dropped it in my own lap, but I was looking around on the floor, and then when I stood up, it dropped down. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, buddy.
Johnny Jones says, Vinnie, do you like mudkips?
I do like mudkips.
Tongue out emoji. I do like
mudkips. Contacts.
J-Girl / J-Heart is asking me, do I think I can beat Shadow in a fight? I don't know why I'm fighting all these...
Oh, I'm sorry, Vinnie. Plattie.
Hello.
Oh, wait. I think I know how to do this.
Destroy me.
I think I have you both now.
Vinnie! Gasp! Hello, Plattie!
Hello, everybody.
Trip K sent us a bunch of cookies and crabs.
Cookies and crabs.
Also, MC Gemstone asked Vinnie, "Are you Vinnie from Vine Sauce?"
I am not.
Vinnie, you're dazzling.
I am pretty dazzling.
If you were Vinnie from Vine Sauce, since they don't have a girl, I'll be the next best thing. Can I be Joel?
I mean, I don't watch Vine Sauce, so I have no idea who any of these people are.
Yeah, I don't know that either. I am unfamiliar with what Vine Sauce is.
They are streamers, and they are quite funny.
Ooh.
And also the originators of the Granddad meme.
Ooh. By the way, I've been very productive today. Plattie, I'm working on super secret artwork for Ask the Sonic Heroes, so that's why I don't have a drawing going on today. I can't tell anyone in the stream what I'm drawing, but afterward I might send you and Vinnie a particular thing that I drew. It's the worst thing I think I have ever drawn.
Joy!
Unless you don't want to be spoiled ahead of time, but Vinnie was like, I want it.
I'm down.
I'm like, give me all of the spoilers.
It is definitely
the clown.
I'm pretty sure it's the worst thing I've ever drawn.
No, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Plattie, can you see the chat? Or
I'm turning on my computer so that way I can.
okay.
So she can't see it yet, but she will be able to.
Yes. That magic will happen. I'm also trying to brew my tea.
Yeah, tea! Let's see, this is...
There has been a running meme in here about tap dancing crabs.
Tap dancing crabs.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not sure, like, we weren't sure if it was a pre-established thing, like a meme we just didn't know about it, or if it's just because there's a crab emoji that looks like it's dancing.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But I'm digging it either way.
If neither of you two have heard of it, then I feel like it might not be like, it's just like a stream thing and not a pre-established thing, because you two generally,
Yeah,
like,
I think it's...
between you two,
that's just
somebody
the thing.
would have heard of it.
I mean, that's pretty, like, hard to forget about, so I'm guessing that's probably something, but the stream's thought of, or either that, or I'm just old.
What am I doing? Okay. It sort of sounded like the Meet George Jetson line.
Yeah, Meet George Jetson!
I wasn't doing that on purpose, but afterwards I realized that it sounded that way.
Starless Star Fox, we answered this question earlier, but do either of you know the game Five Nights at Freddy's? This is in all caps. If so, who's your favorite character?
Well, maybe now that Plattie's here, we can give more of an answer, because Vinnie and I haven't played.
Plattie knows more than we do.
Yeah, I've played Five Nights at Freddy's for quite some time before. Let me see. I really like... Oh, it's weird, because I think all of the designs for the first Five Nights at Freddy's are really scary. And as such, I can't really pick an actual favorite. The second one, however, really did improve on the designs, and I liked how those, like, the toy designs looked like. So I think maybe like Toy Bonnie or Toy Chica, but I don't know. That's about it. The others, okay. But I don't know. I always thought Five Nights at Freddy's was a little bit cheap because it doesn't actually... It does certain horror elements correctly, but it always ends up just being a bunch of jump scares and it's anxiety inducing, which is not proper horror. Proper horror is, it doesn't give you a sense of anxiety, it gives you a sense of dread. And I didn't feel dreaded from Five Nights at Freddy's. I felt like I was anxious because I was constantly in a state of panic as I was like, okay, I gotta shut down this light. I have to close the door, and I gotta play the music box, and oh my god! And that's, horror games shouldn't have to have you be doing so many things at once. And as such, I don't know. I have mixed feelings with Five Nights at Freddy's, but favorite characters probably Toy Bonnie and probably Toy Chica. I do have to commend the game for being super successful, though.
Let's see. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I've mispronounced everyone's name today. Casio sent an emoji of a dragon next to an emoji of a computer and said, Vinnie, can you guess what Sonic character this is?
Well, it's
I'm
the
assuming
dragon.
that's Vector.
Vector the dragon.
Yeah, next to a computer. Found the computer room.
He's evolved.
He's evolved.
He's evolved.
Your Vector has evolved into Victor.
Oh gosh.
Your Vector has evolved into a Draco. Alright, let's go into the chat and see where everybody is saying.
Oh boy.
Pretty snuggles.
Gene Ann Cook is asking you what your favorite Eggman robot is, Plattie.
My favorite Eggman? That is a very good question. I would have to probably say Metal Knuckles because he has one of the coolest designs. The only problem is that he's only used one, and we never see him again. And I think that's one of the saddest things ever because he's so cool looking. Metal Knuckles. Yeah, I think it would probably have to be Metal Knuckles.
I think when we were asked about the Eggman robots before, it didn't even occur to me to be like Mechasonic. He was awesome. Like the one that you fight is the one that I liked is the one that you fight with Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like he's the one that like flings around on the screen. That battle stressed me out as a kid, but it felt like a big moment too. So just fighting this scary
was
guy.
Actually pretty cool. I would have to say, yeah.
Yay.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen like an Eggman robot that has that much tenacity aside from Egg Robo.
Oh my gosh.
Tenacity, kids, is when something does not give up. And that's Plattie's grammar lesson of the day, or English, or whatever. This isn't my first language.
Vocabulary lessons.
Thank you, vocabulary. That's the word.
You could have stuck with the first one technically, but I guess it's a lesson in English.
Yeah.
But vocabulary was what you were looking for.
Blood Rose Predator is asking if Shadow is my favorite Sonic character. There was a point in my life where he was, but that was when I was an angsty teenager, and Shadow was new and cool. So I identified with Shadow because I was like, leave me alone. I'm just moody. But
I'm going to go in my room and listen to Blink-182.
Yeah. All the small things. What? I can't sing? I forgot. That was a rule.
Make the chat explode, Vinnie.
It's a trap. My favorite Sonic character currently is probably either Sonic or Eggman.
Nice
choice.
Not that I don't like Shadow. I do enjoy him quite a bit, especially when I get to put my personal spin on the character. I think that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very distinct personality on SonicSong182, developed over quite a number of years.
I mean, you basically took his angstiness and just ran away with the angstiness and replaced it with his arrogance from Adventure 2, which was wonderful. Because not a lot of people remember how arrogant Shadow was.
I'm the coolest.
I was like almost subconsciously on purpose because I think that was kind of why I stopped liking Shadow as much, was because I really liked how he was portrayed in Sonic Adventure 2, and I didn't feel like that really carried over into any of the other games.
Mm-hmm.
And so subconsciously, whenever I'm channeling the character, I channel how he was when I most fondly remembered him.
Mm-hmm.
And I've turned that into a meme lord on accident.
Beautiful. That's absolutely wonderful.
By the way, for PlatinumSpeed, Katie Love to Sing 18 said, "How is it voicing Silver now? Do you like voicing Silver, and do you think Silver's adorable?"
I think Silver is one of the cutest boys on the planet, right next to the person who happens to voice Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, who's that? Wow. But
Hey-oh. Shout out to Kirk Thornton, am I right?
Oh gosh.
No, Kirk Thornton. But I honestly, it's an honor to voice Silver. He's such a doofus, and he's so cute. He's like a puppy. He's so easily excited about anything he's passionate about, and it's wonderful to have a character like that who's just, he tries to take himself so seriously, but that's also because he's 14. And I think we all remember being 14 and we're just like, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. I'm furious.
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. I play Tomb Raider. But he's loads of fun, and I'm really happy to see quite the reception that I got from how I portrayed him in the Southside Pizza Heart. So I'm looking forward to being able to do this and improving my Silver voice as time goes on, so that way people will enjoy it. Yeah. I want to make this voice the best it can be. The only other thing that is a bit of a problem is it's so difficult getting yelled at by Shadow.
Yes, Psychorex had to be pretty bold getting yelled at all the time in Ask the Sonic Heroes. You're like, but usually I can defend myself, but Silver's not very good at it.
Yeah.
Like with Sonic, he'll just throw down right back, but Silver's like, but oh.
See, like when I'm voicing Sonic, I'm like Sonic is just able to bounce back and just be like, yeah, whatever, that's just Shadow. I'm still friends with him. But with Silver, it's just like, how? Why do you keep on making fun of me? And then like, at the same time, it's also like, well, you think you're so cool? Well, look what I can do. And things like that. He's always trying to one-up Shadow, and it's perfect. It's so much fun.
Everyone warns you against this, Silver, but you listen to none. That's the 14-year-old, I'm sure.
Oh, wait, what?
Everybody tried to warn him not to. It's like, Silver, don't mess with Shadow. He's not very amused with you.
It's like that friend that you have in high school who you swear he's one of your best friends, but he is such a huge bully that but you just can't help but hang out with them because you think they're so cool, and you constantly are trying to be just as cool as them. That's Silver's relationship to Shadow. I had a couple of bully friends that I was like, why am I hanging out with them? Oh yeah, because I want to be cool too.
Sherry Harden just started the hashtag Shadow is a punk.
Oh no.
I always thought Shadow was more, well, yeah, I could see him being a punk.
Oh man. I colored on the wrong layer. Now I have to do that over again.
This is good tea.
I bet it's fabulous tea.
It is fabulous tea.
Ah!
It's so fabulous that my dog can't help but to stare at the tea.
Katie Love 2Sing18 says, hey Vinnie, Shadow the Hedgehog equals Prince Zuko from Avatar The Last Airbender. And now I'm picturing Shadow with that star on his eye.
Oh no.
I have to return my honor to Professor Gerald.
He needs like a really cool. Who would be Iroh for him?
Who would be Iroh? It would probably Maria, probably.
I want it to be Omega.
Oh gosh.
Patience, Shadow. Drink a milkshake with me.
Oh my gosh.
This milkshake tastes like ice cream and milk.
Omega, that's all milkshakes are.
How could you say such a horrible thing about milkshake?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what am I doing?
Vinnie, describe Shadow in one word, the meanest word you can think of. That's from Ray Casio. The meanest word I can think of. Is it mean towards Shadow or just a mean word in general? Because mean towards Shadow, I guess, would just be calling him a name or something. Like, not the coolest. All one word.
Lame-o. How about that? Very insulting.
Yeah, lame-o.
Like old rocket power. Lame-o.
Lame-o. Shadow, you're a lame-o. Shadow, you're a shooby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shooby. He totally is. He's always wearing his shoes at the beach.
Oh my goodness, it's true.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Shadow's a shooby.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think anybody that's like younger than 12 knows what the word shooby is. Because I heard, having lived in California like a few times when I was growing up in the 90s, I had heard that term, but it was so used sparingly that I didn't think it was like really like a thing. I guess it is. Yeah, a shooby is actually a thing that is used. Or like, well, it was only on like the beach cities of like California.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
It is beautiful.
How do I even proceed with this? I started another one of the special drawings I need to do, and I'm just like, look, I did the first part of it. I'm like, yeah, this looks great. I'm like, good heavens, how do I keep going from here? This stuff is hard for me to draw.
Golden Marcus is asking if there will be more plush videos.
I do have more plans for Sonic Chefs and Sonic Goes To videos if I go somewhere interesting or if I'm able to. Like if you mean about like the big storyline ones, there were some more that I wanted to make, but I think it'll probably be a good while before I can do them, because they are difficult. So I don't know at this time when I can do another one of the big adventure story ones, but I do intend to do more of the Sonic Chefs and Sonic Goes To ones, because those are the kind of ones I can handle right now. Part of the thing is that I can't do another plush film unless it's as good, like, in production as the Silver's Never-Ending Story one. Like, I can't step down from how good that one was, and that was very, very work-intensive. I did, like, nothing but that for, like, months. But yeah, I guess that's what I've got on that.
Diogo Figueiredo, I'm sorry, you told me how to pronounce it and I keep forgetting. Diogo Figueiredo says Vinnie plus Sanic Chroniclus equals this is beautiful. Do not entice me to sing Sonic Chronicles songs, because I will.
Don't. No.
Don't make him do
I'll destroy the stream. I'll bring you all down with me.
No, Vinnie.
Janaya Jones is asking, do you guys like Knights?
I do like Knights. I got to play Knights in the Dreams on the Saturn for quite some time when I was a kid, because I had a friend who had a Saturn. And then I, once again, like everybody else, waited because I was like, that was actually pretty fun. And then I played Knight's Journey into Dreams, and it was alright.
I never played the Wii one, but I did play the port of the Saturn one on the PC. I've got that, and it's pretty fun. I'm not great at it, but it is fun.
Oh. The Wii one.
It's an excellent time waster. I'll play it and then I'll be like, oh, 6 hours went by. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, never mind me. I was looking for a reference picture of like how to draw, like, I needed like a reference picture for a hand pose on Google, and I have no idea why there was like a picture of like a disease, and I'm like, I didn't want a hand picture like that. And it's like, look at this horrifying hand disease. That was a little shocking. You see, this is why I don't do Google searches for anything while I'm live streaming on that computer screen, because you never, Google Images is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Missy Morbid asks, hey, Plattie, how do I reach that level of cuteness? Stay in school, eat your vegetables, and wear the proper amount of makeup. I don't know.
I think what I would add to getting to a maximum level of cuteness is to do your best not to get super stressed out about things. You know, when it's easier to be cute and fluffy if you don't let things like get to you too much. You know, like if you're having a bad day, just try to relax. Try to have a positive attitude about things. I find that somebody who's in a good mood and just like, happy to be, just happy to be around and, be doing things, that tends to come off pretty well. Like, I think even the cutest fluff who's like really stressed out and like, like looking at things pessimistically, it's hard to be cute and fluffy when you don't have a very good attitude. So, like, even when things are bad, keep a good attitude. It'll increase your cute factor.
Yeah, basically, just be yourself and try to have a good time. Ha 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 ha! Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Be yourself and try to have a good time.
I don't know how to draw this from this
Join the Nintendo Switch! Please play the Nintendo Switch!
Speaking of vocals, Katie loved to sing 18. Hey, Plattie, I dare you to sing the Sonic X theme song at Sonic. Oh, God, I don't know if his voice can go.
English or Japanese?
Oh, yeah. When I say go!
What's going on?
Because Sonic Drive is like one of the most hyperactive songs I think I've ever heard of my life.
No idea what I'm saying.
Is it English or Japanese? Which one is it?
I would go with the English one.
Yeah, probably. Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! Gotta go faster, 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 faster! Quick, this hedgehog go round. Got ourselves a situation, stuck in a new location without any explanation. No stop for relaxation. Don't blink, don't think. Just go, 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 go. Na 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 na. Sonic is on the run. Sonic is number one. Sonic is coming next, so watch out for Sonic X. Gotta go fast. Sonic, gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Go, 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 go. Sonic, Sonic, gotta go faster. Gotta go faster. Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Sonic X.
Wow. That sounded painful. Oh my gosh. Fabulous job. It was beautiful.
We just killed Plattie.
Okay.
I died a little.
Beautiful.
Thank you. It's like, you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of singing Welcome to the Jungle for... Because they go so fast. Please.
Instantly get to the next verse.
Oh, this tea tastes so much better now.
You have so many people complimenting you now, Plattie. The crabs are clapping for you.
Oh, fake Neptune. The crabs are...
Fake Neptune.
Oh my gosh.
My limitations as an artiste are coming out here. The hand poses here are very challenging.
When somebody's dying, I'm just like, yeah, that's me. die.
I'm not surprised. You really you committed to that song.
I always commit to that song.
Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. PlatinumSpeed.
Oh
Mighty
gosh.
says hi from Sherry Harden.
Am I dead like Mighty the Armadillo?
Yeah, that was also, I don't know if you were here when Mighty died, but everyone, we were talking about Mighty, and then literally the whole chat was just like, rip Mighty. So it's like, what happened to Mighty? When did he die?
He was a good boy. Oh, people that say I'm a good puppy.
Sonic Star 1 is playing the sad violins.
I keep wanting to say stuff that's like coming to mind because of the conversations we're having, but like I don't want to because they're related to Ask the Sonic Heroes 15, which is it's coming out in 4 days. But like there was just I'll probably forget to mention when it's like after the stream, but like there's something that like from part 3 that just reminds me of like a scene from SpongeBob, but I think I just mentioned that later.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I can't mention it now.
Yeah, I was going to say, the other thing that I'm thinking of that I would compare to SpongeBob, I won't say, because that'll give too much away. Mephiles 2099 is asking, Vinnie, what are your thoughts on Mephiles, and what would Shadow say to him? I'm asking you because I already have asked Nux and Plattie about it. My personal thoughts on Mephiles are, he's alright. The crystal form was kind of neat looking. I don't know. Every time I look at Mephiles, I'm always like, I feel like they started designing this character and then they just stopped and were like, just recolor Shadow. It's fine.
The fans won't complain.
And
just take the mouth off; it'll be different enough.
Sonic 06 is Sonic 06. It exists. I can't be too mad about it. What would Shadow say to him? He'd be like, "Why do you look like me? I don't know you. Get out of my life." Because Sonic 06 never happened.
That is true. It did not. The only people who actually have full memories of Sonic 06 are the people who Silver actually told the events of it to. So Shadow knows his basic ideas of it, and like Amy doesn't remember a whole lot. And it's literally the only way that people remember what happened in Sonic 06 is because of Silver, because he dimension hops.
I have like my own complicated theory about how that works in the SonicSong182 continuity that we probably don't have like time to go into here. We have like by the way, we have 15 minutes and then that is the end of the stream. But like I was never a big fan of like storylines where a bunch of stuff happens and then they just erase all of it in the end. Like what was the point if the adventure never even happened? Yeah. So like it's I used to have like a really.
Sonic 06 they knew. They were like, no one's gonna like this. We better make it out of continuity.
Yeah, like I used to like back before I took my hiatus. I had like a really like detailed explanation of how this worked, but like the quick version of it is that I think all of the Sonic characters who were involved remember everything in detail, but like it didn't physically happen. So it's like it's in their memory, but they jumped backward. To where like it's I had like a better explanation of it, but it's like, for example, like something like this didn't happen in the game, but like if Sonic got a cut on his hand or something during the events of Sonic 06, and then after they blew out the flame and jumped back, he remembered everything that happened, but he doesn't have the cut on his hand. So it's like it existed in memory, but it didn't physically happen. And then there's just poor Silver, who's stuck kind of like in like he can go back to the future, but the problem is if he tries to stay there, something inevitably happens in the past that messes things up in the future to some degree again. So it's like he was always destined to mostly live in the present because he's why like the timeline stays a certain way later because Sonic and his friends they always had him in their group from that point onward. So it was something like that. It was a really complicated story, but I had to come up with a lot of things like that because of Silver's never-ending story. Like, how do I make all of the Sonic continuities I want to use make sense in our continuity?
I think you found a pretty good explanation for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I wrote essays in college. It's like, how can you make this thing make sense? Here we go. Oh, this looks better. I fixed the hand poses. It still looks a little weird, but it's not nearly as bad as it was.
Let's see. Katie loves to sing. Asks, "Hey, Plattie, is Silver secretly the Doctor from Doctor Who?" Probably not. Silver's mastered time travel and dimension hopping a little bit better than the Doctor has, believe it or not. Well, I would say he's mastered it, but he can dimension hop, which the TARDIS can only do on a whim. Like that has to be a glitch in the TARDIS itself in order for it to top dimensions. Then Silver can just do that whenever. But I think you should not be looking to Silver on that, and I think you should probably be taking a look at Tails. Keep your eye on him. That boy may be up to something.
Here comes that boy. No spoilers. Go see Lego Batman. End of that.
You like the thing I posted on Facebook for you, Vinnie?
Oh my goodness, that was great. I loved it.
For those who don't have me on Facebook, which I'm guessing is all of you, Vinnie posted a thing just saying like, no bias aside, but you should go see Lego Batman. It's that good, and I'm just like, you know what? This is amazingly biased, and I'm going to find a picture of Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman because that's all I heard. All I was reading when I read that was just, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog and I'm Batman.
It's true.
Girl, I love.
Let's see. Aeon Hero 101 asks, where does Kaikal live?
Oh, where does Tikal live? She lives.
Yeah.
Well, she unfortunately is dead. As
Jeez.
I thought you were just gonna stop. I thought it was gonna be done.
She's dead. No, she exists in the past only because of how long ago she lived. People say she still lives in the Master Emerald to this day. Nobody really knows what happened to her. Yeah, like people say that she's still in Master Emerald with Chaos, and I mean that might be true. But at the end of Adventure 1, they ascended to some higher plane of existence, and I think, I don't know, Tikal, I've always loved her. She was super cute, but I feel like there was really nothing else to really do with her.
I never played the game, so I'm not very familiar with her as a character.
Like, she was in Adventure 1, and also at Adventure 2's battle mode. Yeah. The multiplayer.
Which is hilarious because they just like cut and chop things that she said in Sonic Adventure 1 for her dialogue.
Oh yeah.
I know it's that much funny. Yeah. The fighting's over.
The fighting's over. Oh, poor girl. You know, she passed away with the rest of the Echidna tribe long time ago. So she must still be on the remnants of. She still must be in the mystic ruins. Her spirit and her soul must still travel along that place to this very day.
Yay!
Yes. On a less morbid note, I got requested by Rie Kazio
Yes, I wanted this.
Yeah. So,
I'm thinking what we should do. What we should do here is I want to do the scene from Sonic Adventure 2 where they meet in the forest.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Phew. So far, so good. Hey, that's
That blue hedgehog again of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh! You're not even good enough to be my
I'll make
fake.
you eat those words. So rude. Sounded just like, wow, jerk. Didn't even finish my sentence.
Oh my gosh. Nice, guys.
It's being turned into a crab meme over here.
Oh, thank goodness. Crab. It's a crab.
I put it in the trash.
Oh no.
I threw it across the stage, and then I started eating garbage.
Why does this exist just on my channel? It's just, there's just Danny DeVito is everywhere.
That fake Danny DeVito again, of all places.
Didn't that just like pop up like the first time we got together to record Ask the Sonic Heroes again? It's just Danny DeVito showed up in between us recording the Christmas special, and he never left.
That was a Christmas
I think you're the fake hedgehog around here.
Oh my
I think you're
gosh.
the fake Italian around here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dead. Oh, hi, Mighty.
Well, off the topic of Danny DeVito, Sacred Shadow asked, "Where's Carl Travis Boy?" You are more likely to see Carl Travis Boy in things where, like if I'm drawing Rouge, because he's Rouge's fanboy, so he's not here. Especially like I'm not drawing a picture of Rouge or anybody like at the moment. I'm drawing something else, but. Ask for Carl Travis Boy next time I'm drawing something with Rouge in it, because he lives. The only thing of his drawing, it lives in Rouge's drawing document. So that's where he is. He is in Rouge's art file.
What's his name? Carl Travis Boy?
It's Carl Travis Boy.
He sounds. You know what he sounds like? He sounds like one of those characters that people would request the Smash announcer to voice, like to say, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. How to like announce.
Carl Travis Boy. Carl Travis Boy.
Gosh.
This game's winner is Carl Travis Boy.
That was from a pretty early stream. I don't remember if Plattie had been. I'm pretty sure this was before.
For that one.
Yeah, that was the stream where I was coloring Rouge. It was very much near the beginning. But that's a really old. That's like an early stream joke. Just Carl Travis Boy showing up.
I think what you meant to say was a vintage stream meme.
Ooh, yes, a vintage stream meme. There we go. The audience named him.
It's wonderful. Granddad. Granddad.
What in the world are you singing? And then there's oh my gosh. And then there's poor Vinnie who's not allowed to sing. Sorry, Vinnie. It's for the best.
Rock Mario 4 is asking, can you make a Silver's voice for me? Yeah, I think I could do that for you, Rock Mario 4. Also, hi, I saw you back here from Italy. I'm technically part Italian.
Boo!
Shut up. You're part space alien.
Yes.
Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to be sipping on this Capri Sun strawberry kiwi flavored.
Of course you would have Capri Sun.
They're efficient and fun to drink.
If you're 12...
Oh my gosh.
No, I was some time ago in the future. It's confusing.
I just want to insult Silver every time I hear him. It's like a spider sense. It's just like, say something mean to him.
You've been hyper conditioned to do that after so many Ask the Sonic Heroes episodes.
What I think of every time it happens is like crossed shoulder angels.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna lead you down the path that rocks.
Oh boy. By the way.
Look at that guy over there. He's a loser. Make fun of him.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
And Silver just only has 2 angels.
Oh. He's so cute.
I gotta try to be cool this time. That is fine, but make sure that you are cool on your own terms. Yeah, and then make sure that when you are cool on your own terms, that you are gracious. Yeah, you guys are right. He's actually talking out loud instead of just like, he's talking himself again.
Oh no. Poor Silver. By the way, Vinnie and Plattie, it looks like we're coming toward the end of the stream at the moment. We had only... You've been in for a little while. But yes, it's coming up on being 12 o'clock now, so, well, in my time zone anyway, so we do need to start wrapping things up for today's stream. Again, thank you very much to you two. Yeah?
I do one request that I do want to do before we leave.
Sure, you can take a...
From Aeon Hero 101. It's no use! It's dead! Alright, now we can leave.
Oh gosh.
Have some juice! There's a moose!
Good heavens.
What's that, a triangle? That's some juice!
Silver, stop. Okay, let's see. We do need to start, like, it's time to wrap it up. We do need to say some goodbyes really quick. You two can both see the chat, yes?
Alright then.
Alright, we're going to...
Tap dancing crabs.
Yes. We're going to start saying a few goodbyes. I have an idea. Plattie, why don't you start? Tag Vinnie in after, like, you do a few, and then I'll do the last ones.
Okay. Goodbye, Jason 366 Guerrero. Goodbye, Crash B 2007. Goodbye, Musical Girl 4500. Goodbye, Simply Silver. Goodbye, Scott Conlon. Goodbye, Diogo Figueiredo. Figueiredo, thank you. That is really clever. Goodbye, Idea Maker 6161. Goodbye, Nicole Chola. Oh goodness, it's going by so fast. Goodbye, Susie Kirby. Goodbye, Eon Hero 101. It keeps scrolling down. Goodbye, Crystal Frost. Goodbye, Sarah Flame. Goodbye, Marty Man 641. Goodbye, Silver Heart Girl 1001. All right, Vinnie, you're in.
Diogo has an edgy scorpion. I just ruined everything. I'm sorry. Tag in.
Goodbye, Rock Mario 4. Goodbye, Sarah Flame. Goodbye, Tip K. Goodbye, Pokedex997. Goodbye, Enzo the Great. Goodbye, Shadow the Hedgehog and Mario Robotnik. Goodbye, Marty Man 641. Goodbye, Janea. Aha, I pronounced it right that time. I did it. Bye, Jerry Harden. Bye, Shadow the True Hedgehog. Mazda Araya. Goodbye. Amethyst 2099. See you later. Susie Kirby. Goodbye. Katie Love to Sing 18. Goodbye. Dark Moon Luigi. See you later. Icebreaker X Gamer 81. Bye-bye. Roxas Hedgehog. Goodbye. Blue Gamer Cat Lady. See you later. Mystery Chan. Sonic Star 1. Ria Kaizo. Bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and tag you, NKN.
Okay, it seems likely that I'm going to end up repeating some things, so I'm just going to do my best. And overall, goodbye, starting to Roxas the Hedgehog, Rosa Navarro, Icy Gaming, Marilyn the Vampog, Sonic Star 1, Trip K, who says, may the cookie crabs be with you. I do know that we got Susie Kirby and Sherry Harden before, Jason366, Guerrero, Aeon, Hero 101. I do know, again, we got Katie Love to Sing 18. Saffron Cider, I don't think that I've seen. And then there's Sarah Flame, Mitsu Kitsu 1815. Idea Maker 6161 says that they're just torturing Plattie now. Oh no, don't do that. Missy Morbid, Makta Araya, Marty Man 641, Jason K, Janaea Jones, oh, the name that no one can pronounce, Diogo Figueiredo, Shadow the Hedgehog and Mario Robotnik, and yeah, I think I'm starting to see mostly repeat names, so I'm gonna just do Loner Fanable, and okay, good to go. We're 3 minutes overtime in any case. So we are going to finish up right there. Again, this has been KN from SonicSong182, the director and all that jazz, and then there was PlatinumSpeed, our voice actress for Sonic, and lots of other characters right now, and the voice actor for Shadow the Hedgehog, that would be Vinnie, and it was nice to talk to you guys, and the next episode of Ask the Sonic Heroes, which is the Valentine's Day special, it's almost done. It will start coming out on, I believe that's Tuesday, that's Valentine's Day, right? Tuesday? Yeah, I think so. So on the 14th, that's going to start coming out. It's going to be lots of fun. I've been drawing special artwork for it, and at least one thing I drew today was the worst thing I've ever drawn, I think, ever. All right, thank you very much for joining us for the stream, everybody. Goodbye. YouTube. And
Bye, buddies.
And Vinnie gets the last word.
You're dead.